Who's live? Are you live? I'm live.
We're all live. The collective we are live.
Well, it sounds to me like we are welcoming everybody to a wonderful day 3 of Spooktacular. What? Hello? Clapping? Applause? Ooh.
Hello. Please. We're normal people. Treat us as such.
Now, it is 9:30 a.m. on a Saturday, which means that is already very scary. An amazing episode of Win, Lose, or Die. I did that for artistic effect. I feel like it worked. Sound off in the chat if you think I should stop doing that. For those of you that are not familiar with this show, you should be, and I look forward to seeing you in the future here, because this is a high stakes choose your own adventure role-playing game which results in either one person going home with all the glory or literally everyone dying.
Well,
literally. Did I use literally correctly?
I think so.
Because this is like
a
type of literature. It's something that was written. So like
that's technically Jasmine's job, is to know if you use that, literally.
Yeah. She's like, can we please just stop doing this? The players will play by proxy, meaning that I am going to be relaying everybody's decisions to our game master, Jasmine. Jasmine, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How's everybody? How's everybody who's watching? Happy Saturday. Happy first Saturday of Spooktacular. This is a great time.
That's a scary sentence. It's the first Saturday of Spooktacular. Because there is another Saturday that will be in Spooktacular, which will also known as Halloween.
Here's the thing. For the fans, amazing. For us sideshow people, nightmare. When we say week, it's mostly because we are losing. We're on a very Clockwork Orange level of sleep.
That's a great way to put it.
That being said, I know people are dying to die. So let's check out what our prize is going to be, because today the winner, the sole survivor, if and only if there is one, is going to be the Poison Ivy by Shoujo statue by Kotobukiya. Jasmine, is very enthusiastic about
Sorry,
this.
Jeff.
I love this piece.
There you go.
We lost Jeff. She got him.
She got him. So our winner will be going home with this incredible piece, hand selected by Jasmine.
My bit wore off real quick. That being said, we don't need me to talk that much anymore, other than the times when I'm going to be relaying this information. So today's episode by Jasmine Edwards is Evil Takes Root. Now, Jasmine, do you have any information to give to our players and audience before we get started, or do you just want to get moving?
Let's just get moving. I want you all to figure it out with everybody else. If you scare easily, I'm very sorry in advance. That's all I'll say, I guess.
Just in general, just if you scare easily, I'm sorry about that.
If you're faint of heart, like, apologies.
No, I have a list of contestants, and we are going to be moving along nice and quick. Our first contestant is Eric H, and Eric is going to be making the decisions, which I will relay to Jasmine. And then if Eric ends up getting killed, then I'll be having Andrew F, and then Matt P, and so on. We have a nice long list of people to kill. So Jasmine, without further ado, please begin your spooky tale.
All right.
Evil takes root. Night falls, stars drip cold light down the sky, and shadows cast foreboding figures on the sidewalk. You pull your coat tighter around your shoulders as you hurry home. Suddenly, the wind picks up. The dead leaves rustle like bones against the concrete. Slap, slap, go your feet against the ground, and you're running, ice in your lungs, in your veins. Buildings blur in your periphery. Red bricks become shingles, become stone. Do you keep running or try to go inside?
Okay, so Eric, do we keep running or do we try to go inside? That's what we're going for now. What's our decision going to be? Eric has decided that he needs to get himself inside.
Try to go inside. Everything is locked. You run from one door to the next to no avail, tears crystallizing on your frostbitten face. The ice has crept into your very marrow, and you freeze to death in seconds with your mouth open wide in a useless scream.
Well,
sorry, Eric.
Oh no! To that point now where Eric, oh my God, trying to get inside has killed you. You have died immediately, and also I would have 100% died the same way as well. So I'm glad that you picked that because I would have also picked that. I'm not going to Alex Trebek this where I pretend that I knew what was going to happen. Eric, I am so sorry that you died. Andrew F. is our next contestant, and he has in the private chat already said, wow, that is brutal. So that being said, and of course, for those of you that are watching at home, please, with your comments, cheer on your champion in the moment. So Andrew F., if you are ready, then let's go. Jasmine, go for it.
Okay. I'm not going to go through the intro again. I just want to confirm with you, Andrew, would you like to keep running or try to go inside?
I think I know the answer.
Andrew, keep running. He wants to go inside. No, just kidding. He's running for sure, he said.
Running for sure. All right. You turn the corner and stop because this is no longer your safe suburbia. The world has fallen into a deep green, moss and dull emerald and mold, and you whirl around in a circle to find your bearings, but there is only this forest now. You, this forest, and the path ahead of you, a barely there imprint of travelers past. Far in the distance, you see a glowing orange light. Behind you, only shadows. Because you have no other choice, you walk forward. A suffocating darkness presses from every corner. You heave, tremble, and stop to catch your breath at a fork in the road. Both turns are covered in dense foliage. One path is cobblestone, and the other is dirt. Do you continue on the cobblestone or the dirt?
Andrew, are we going to hit the cobblestone or are we going to take that dirt path? Andrew has decided that he would like those cobblestones.
Cobblestone. You take 2 trepidatious steps and are immediately struck in the face by a thorny branch. When you fall, the ground parts and swallows you into its depths. You do not even have time to scream.
Oh no! Andrew, we got killed. He just did an LMAO. That is the best reaction to dying.
Wow.
Andrew, you have died on the cobblestone here. That is rough. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Andrew, for that. We are going to move on to our man, Matt P. Matt P. Has said already, wow, they are dropping like flies. You are the next fly to our piece of fly paper that we have going on right here. So,
okay.
Kill some more people.
Matt, would you like to keep running or go inside? We'll confirm.
Keep running, he said.
Keep running. Okay, and then
he also said, I would like to take that dirt path.
You would like to take the dirt path. That's great. That's great. Okay. Dirt. A bat screeches behind you. You swerve left and race through sharp branches, eyes wide, even while they scratch your skin. Yet, as soon as the pain has begun, it ends, and you reach the other side of the thicket. When you touch your face, you are shocked to learn that not a single cut remains. Unnerved but determined, you press on ahead, fascinated by the odd noises emanating from that direction. An owl hoots, a snake hisses. Each noise echoes, distorts, softens, and fades, and you are surprised that the horrible thud of your heart has not drowned out these animals' calls. You are overcome with the overwhelming and slightly insane urge to seek out one of these creatures. Do you look for the snake or the owl?
All right. Are we, Matt, going to check out the snake or the owl? Matt wants to go check out the owl.
The owl. The owl lands on your shoulder. Its talons do not even hurt as they find purchase. Both of you look toward a moss-covered archway that you don't recall being there only moments before. As you pass underneath the archway, you notice that a few of the roses have eyes. This would be less disconcerting if 4 of them did not appear to be Eric and Andrew's eyes. Shuddering against the wind and the cold and the fear, you face front and try to ignore the wet grass. It is slimy, icy. Soon you will slip on that slick surface, and the owl takes flight with an indignant hoot. It doesn't abandon you, not yet, but you are certain that it will if you do not find your footing. You search for a way to stand. Beside you are a gnarled knot of roots, as well as a descending curtain of vines that belong to the same tree. Taking a deep breath, you look quickly between the two. To help you stand, do you grab onto the roots or to the vines?
All right. If we want to stand up, Matt, do we want to grab roots or vines? He's saying roots.
Roots. You roll toward the roots and haul yourself forward using the grooves. Once you are closer to the tree, you crouch and then push yourself up, arm muscles shaking horribly with the effort. You wipe your hands on your shirt only to find that you leave bloody fingerprints and sticky tree sap on the material. Even in the dark, you are all too aware of those red stains and their saccharine metallic scent. Heart thudding, you seek frantically for something to clean your hands with. There! Moonlight illuminates a fountain of jagged stone ahead, which you rush to. The waters are so dark and murky that you cannot see your own reflection, but your hands are still covered in blood and sap. Do you avoid the fountain or wash your hands?
Matt, are we going to wash our hands, or are we going to avoid that fountain? What do we see here coming on our way? He says, I'm not going anywhere near that fountain.
Avoid the fountain. Worried by the waters, you abandon the attempt to clean your hands. As you turn to go, you slip on the grass, fall, and your head goes crashing down on the stone. Vultures soon come to feast on this fresh carrion.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You have died. Oh no. Oh,
we're doing so well.
Oh, he was doing so well. And then he got vulture food. It was pretty standard.
Wow.
Matt, we are so sorry that you have died. I am sure Brian M. is not as sorry because he is our next contestant here on Win, Lose, or Die. Brian, let me know in the private chat if you are here and ready to go. He's here and he's ready to go. Jasmine.
All right.
Here, Brian.
Okay. Brian, keep running or go inside. Dirt or cobblestone.
Keep running. He says keep running.
All right.
Dirt.
The snake or the owl.
Owl.
Roots or vines.
Roots.
All right. We'll go from here. Moonlight illuminates a fountain of jagged stone ahead, which you rush to. The waters are so dark and murky that you cannot see your own reflection, but your hands are still covered in blood and sap. Do you avoid the fountain or wash your hands?
Oh, he is going to wash those hands.
Wash those hands. Closing your eyes, you plunge your hands into the water. No ripples appear. The surface remains calm and flat, even though your hands are completely submerged. And better yet, your skin is now warm. The owl perches on your shoulder once more. You leave the fountain, stepping over Matt's hidden, decaying body as you do so. Compelled by forces unknown and words whispered through the wind, your tired body carries you deeper and deeper into the forest. You trip over roots, leaves and twigs cling to your tattered clothes. Just as you are about to abandon all hope, you happen upon a meadow. Strangely, it is golden green with sunshine. Flowers flourish in every color imaginable, including impossible colors you can't even name. Both a red rose and a blue rose bloom next to your aching foot. Do you pick up the red rose or the blue rose?
Okay, Brian, are we red rose people or are we blue rose people? Brian's going to go blue.
Blue rose. Although you expect resistance, you gently take the stem and pull. The blue rose comes free as if it was awaiting your hand. Where it touches your skin, it's hot like a flame, though it does not burn. You inhale the scent of smoke and ash and your eyes water, but you are certain it would spell catastrophe to relinquish this flower, so you tuck it behind your ear and continue walking through the sunny meadow. Classic. You hope this is the orange light you saw at the beginning of your journey. However, when you look into the surrounding trees, you see it still glowing brightly, and it's miles away. You wonder for a moment how much time has passed since you first entered this forest. You wonder for a moment if you will be able to continue. You wonder if it is even worth it to keep walking. Yet walk you do. You have taken exactly 13 steps when lightning ricochets across the night sky, illuminating the source of the orange light in the distance. A cabin, the fire in the hearth beckoning from the window. Though, what follows lightning is this: thunder, rain. You are drenched in seconds. The path ahead of you is obscured, and you begin to weep, tears mingling with the downpour. Once more, lightning splits open the stars, and you spot a flashlight and a lantern. Do you pick up the flashlight or the lantern?
Oh, Brian, are we going to grab that lantern or are we going to grab that flashlight? Which thing are we going to grab? Brian's going lantern. We're going to go old school.
Lantern.
Yeah.
Right.
Lantern. You curl your fingers over cool metal, heaving the lantern from the ground. The fire inside springs to life the moment the lantern is in your hands, casting light on the path, and you journey onward. The rain doesn't let up. Your clothes are soaked through and your teeth chatter ceaselessly. Just as you feel you cannot go on any longer, you see the cabin. Rain does not touch the stone. It falls around the house, yet never on it. You blink, amazed, and stumble forward. The owl takes flight with a screech. It flies through a slightly ajar window, and you race after it only to collide with the window pane. You hold your bruised wrist against your chest, then consider the cabin. There is the window, which the owl has just gone through, and which remains open to you. There is also a door, cracked ever so slightly, like someone forgot to close it. You hear humming through both spaces, as well as the warm, welcoming crackle from the fireplace. You know at once that you should go inside. But how? Through the door or through the window?
Brian, are we going to go through the door or the window here? Looking at Paul's nervousness here is making me nervous here.
Oh, man.
I'm really in. I want to see what's going to happen.
I'm sweating for Brian here.
Brian is a classic fan. He's going to use the classic door.
Door.
Right there.
All right, Brian. The door. Remembering your manners, you knock gently, then pull open the door and step over the threshold. Instantly, you are met by the aroma of herbs and freshly baked bread. The cabin is so very warm and you are so very cold. You drag your feet across the stone floor, aware of your exhaustion, but too curious and too nervous to settle in the luxurious armchair by the hearth. Nearby, you see knives, dried fruits, and baskets scattered across a hand-carved marble table. There are also 2 cups of liquid, one hot and one cold. You hold your hand above each. The cold cup produces steam, and the hot cup has a layer of ice on its surface. These details worry you, but your lips are chapped and your tongue tastes like dust. Do you drink of the cold brew or the hot brew?
So do we drink the cold liquid, which is in the hot cup, or the hot liquid in the cold cup? Well, I'm going to need you to be more specific because Brian said cold. Do you want the cold liquid in the hot cup? Is that correct? I'm confirming. I don't want to be accidentally killing anybody here. I want Jasmine to be purposely killing. So we're going to go with the cold liquid that is in the hot cup.
The cold brew. Okay. Cold. You realize something is wrong as soon as the brew passes your lips because it tastes like gasoline and oil. Falling to your knees, you claw at your skin, digging in so deep you bleed, needing to get it out. When you have dug to the sinews, you realize this was only ever your doing, and you die.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Brian.
Oh,
no. Oh, Brian. Brian is LOLing his death, man. R.I.P. to my man, Brian. But that means that Laura is going to be our next champion. Laura W, sound off in the chat that you are there so we do not move on to the next person. Laura is ready to go. So Jasmine, I'm going to ask you to give me those options real quick, and Laura, be ready for it.
All right. Everything from the beginning. Do you keep running or try to go inside?
Are we going to run or are we going to go inside, Laura? Okay, ready for this? I got it. Running.
Dirt or cobblestone?
Dirt.
The snake or the owl?
Owl.
Roots or vines?
Roots.
Avoid the fountain or wash your hands?
Wash my hands.
Red rose or blue rose?
Laura, we're going to go with red rose or blue rose.
Blue rose. Flashlight or lantern?
Lantern.
The door or the window?
Door.
Cold brew or hot brew?
Hot brew.
Hot brew.
Hot brew.
Hot. The hot brew instantly satiates and revitalizes you. It tastes of cherries, sunlight, chocolate. You feel it spread through you like a hug from the person you love most. Once the cup is drained, you set it back down on the table. An amused voice calls from behind you. That was mine. Pulse racing, you turn to see a tall woman, her head tilted as she considers you. This woman's skin is covered in tattoos of plants, oceans, and mountains. There is not a single unmarked part of her. Her hair is long, her dress even longer, yards of shimmering fabrics that change color as often as the flames on the hearth. The owl perches gracefully on her shoulder. I'm sorry, you reply, gesturing helplessly at the empty cup. She whispers, "Welcome, traveler. You must be weary." Walking over to you, she reaches out and plucks the blue rose from behind your ear, then slides by you to stand at her table. She crushes the petals in a mortar with other herbs. After, she takes a kettle from the fireplace and pours boiling water over the mixture, and it resembles exactly the brew you just finished. No matter, she explains gently. You have brought me more, which is a great kindness. Now, will you sit with me? She takes a seat and invites you to do the same. You hesitate. She raises an eyebrow. You clear your throat, then realize you want to ask her a question. You want to know their names, this mysterious woman and her mysterious owl. But you are very aware that you may only be able to ask for one. So do you ask for the owl's name or the woman's name?
All right, Laura, are we going to ask the woman's name or the owl's name? I am nervous because I don't know how this could lead to.
I know.
I'm like, what do you have planned? You stated. Laura has decided that we are going to ask about Mr. Owl.
The owl.
Or Ms. Owl.
You approach her, but don't sit. What's your owl's name, you ask, and feed the bird a scrap of meat you found on the table. I call her Eleonora. Pleased to meet you, Eleonora, you tell the owl. Then you sit in the chair opposite the woman, reveling in the warmth from the fire. The two of you sit silently for a while as the woman sips her tea. Eventually, she sets her inquisitive eyes on you and asks, What will you do next, traveler? You realize there are tears in your eyes. Wiping them away, you stare at the woman and tell her, You grit your teeth. I don't know what to do. There's nothing left in me. Please, please make my choice for me. Please. Stay in the forest, she suggests sweetly while handing you a package. It is wrapped in fine red silk and supple green leaves. You smile. Yes, you say, taking the well-dressed parcel. Yes, I think I will. Congratulations.
Oh, you did
it. We have a victory. Congratulations to Laura W. Laura, you live in the Greenwood. We are so happy for you, and we are so excited that you are going to win the Baishoujo by Kotobukiya statue that Paul is going to throw up right in front of my face very soon, I'm sure.
Boom.
Look at
so
that.
Happy.
Congrats.
Very, very excited for that. So Paul will tell you, Laura, what to do now.
I sure will, Laura. I will message you right after the show, and I will tell you how to redeem your prize. But more so, I will also. I need a minute, I think, because that was pretty intense. And for everyone in the comments who are asking me and Jeff, for all of these stories, I believe we have another one, or for any of these win, lose, or dies, we have never read that. We don't know anything about the story, so we are getting to hear, and the choices are being revealed to us in live time as they are with you.
Especially me. I can't.
Especially
I can't 100%. I can't lead somebody to one option or the other. But the comments I saw, they are firing off, congratulating you, and also congratulating you, Jasmine, for such an amazing and wonderful story. You are a delight, and that was horrifying. and to all of our lost compatriots, Eric H, Andrew F, Matt P, and Brian M. We are so sorry for your loss, and we mourn you all. Lord,
yes, we sure
congratulations. Do. And thank you all for watching. We have such amazing things coming your way. So make sure, and this is very important, that you hit the subscribe and notifications bell on YouTube. Make sure you get notifications, because every time something is going to be rolling out, you need to be notified. Sometimes things like contests or rewards points or whatever, those things show up in those notifications, and you want to be the first people that are going to be involved in that. Whew.
You all right? You're good?
I am still a little bit nervous.
It was a lot. That one was a lot.
You made me nervous, and I knew where it was going.
You made poor Laura step over the dead bodies of all of those gentlemen.
And the eye roses. She had to look at like a lot of the eye roses.
She had an eye rose behind her ear the whole time.
Look at that. I am so
the whole time.
Win, lose, or die. Win, lose, or die. By the way, this was not the final episode. There are more episodes coming, as well as lots of other great games that we can go about with a cobbled cosplay, for example. And I believe, and I don't know, Paul, you might be a person that knows that, if there is a way for people to try to become contestants, or if that's already been gone through.
It's right below on the screen, everyone, if you would like to participate in any of our games. And again, thank you all so much for everyone who is currently here. Right now, the only person excluded from participating in any other games right now is Laura, because she has won. Everyone else that is in these chats and is currently behind the scenes, even if you died, you get put right back in the contestant pool. Maybe you'll play in Win, Lose, or Die, Cobbled Cosplay, one of our other fantastic games we have coming up, but you're thrown right back into the contestant pool randomly, and we will choose you. So go over if you would like to sign up. If you haven't, you only need to do it once. Go over to side.show/contestants wanted. We'll send you an email when it's your choice. We'll let you know, hey, you are a confirmed player, or you're an alternate. So we have been getting a lot of emails back, so please be patient. Our wonderful, wonderful email wizard, Haley, is taking care of all of that for you. So if you don't get an email response within the first 5 minutes, she's doing about 1 million things, but she's super on top of it. But we do have another episode of Cobbled Cosplay today at 1 p.m. Jazz, you're participating.
I am in that, yes.
And we also have the winner of round 1, Alex Aronowitz, and Mr. Joshy G as your wonderful hosts.
Oh, I like that. And just as a side note, Jasmine, I don't know if you can see it, but in the comments, you are getting a lot of shout outs from one Dakota, your twin, talking about how talented and amazing that you are. And I know we all agree with that. So if you like that and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell. That being said, I am your host, Jeff May. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you to our moderators. And of course, thank you for watching and participating. These shows do not exist without you to be there watching. So thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to let your geek side show. And of course, as we all know by this point, sleep is for the weak.